HIM stock is officially in the 30s now, and I don't think it's done. I actually think it can double up from here in the next year, and I'm going to explain exactly why in this video. Let's get into it. All right, so if you are a HIMS investor, you better get ready because I do think this thing is going to go on a run. HIM stock is about to explode. If you can, give me a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. So now HIMS is at 32.96. It's around here right now. So it's in the 30s though, right? It's in the 30s. Now, if we look at what happened, it was down here, $14, $15, $16 range right before the Novo deal. Then it popped up to about 27. Then it took a while. It kind of went down, bounced up, went down. Now we've kind of, okay, we've passed this mark. We've hit the 30s again. Can we stay there? But if you look at this, we're still negative 47% since October of 2025. Right, this stock still has a long ways to reach the tops again, all-time highs, right? So, and that was what, around $63, $62. So it's down about 47% since October of 2025, but it is now officially up 22% from the peak of the Novo deal hype. If you know, this is when what happened. It was around 27. Everyone was excited for the Novo deal. And then everyone just kind of, it lost steam, then it started to gain a little bit more momentum and it lost steam. So again, we are now above that point and hopefully we can just continue to stay above that point. The reason why it's been going down mostly is because of the earnings. As you can see, they missed significantly. They were supposed to be making a profit and they actually reported negative 40 cents on the EPS and they missed on the revenue. But if you look at the history, they don't miss very much, and if they do, they don't miss by much, right? Look at the revenue. They're beating way more than they're missing, but at the same time, when you look at the year over year, it was 3% rather than the 28, the 49 cent. You know, you're looking at the year over year, and you're like, man, there's something going on here. Well, we'll get into it, right? We'll get into why we're going to see those numbers going up. But August 3rd, that's when they're going to release the earnings for the next quarter. So August 3rd is a big deal. That's a big date to mark down on your calendar if you are a HIMS investor. March 26th is when they started selling the Wegovy. So the first quarter was a disaster because they had the lawsuit, they had to pull things off the shelves, they had to change marketing, they stopped compounding their GLP-1s and then had to go with Wegovy, but they weren't selling it yet. So the first quarter was an absolute mess. But they got Eucalyptus, and this is going to be why we should be seeing their revenue go up a lot because now their Eucalyptus numbers were not in this first quarter. They were not in the first quarter. So that's really good. Also, the FDA is setting up a meeting to possibly reclassify these peptides. So that way the peptides can then be compounded by compounding pharmacies to manufacture the certain peptides, right? So that would be HIMS. HIMS would be able to manufacture these peptides. And this meeting is set for July 23rd and July 24th. So put that on your calendar as well, because that's a day where most likely, if they're going to be approving these and reclassifying them, then that will immediately set HIMS up for a nice run. What's the peptide market looking like? Well, it's kind of right now currently going over a gold rush. Over the next 10 years, it's expected to more than double in value. Right now, it's between about 80 and 140 billion, and it's projected to reach 295 to 335 billion in about 7, 8, almost 10 years. So, yeah, it's going to be a big market. Barclays also issued a major target upgrade. Now the target is $39 instead of $29. That is a huge, jump. So, and it's not even close to 39, right? It's only at 32. Now, here's a big thing. HIMS and HERS, the stock went down a little bit because of this $300 million convertible debt offering. Now, let's go into plain terms. Think of this deal as HIMS taking out a special kind of loan for institutional investors. They borrowed $350 million with an option of 52, which they did exercise, so it was about $400 million. HIMS is going to pay 0% interest on this loan. They do not have to make regular cash payments to the lenders. What they will be doing is, instead of getting their money back, the lenders have the option to swap their debt for HIMS stock. They can only swap the debt for HIMS stock effectively if HIMS share price rises above $29.53, which it is currently. If the stock stays below that, then they typically will just get the cash at the end, right? So they will probably be, exchanging the stock for the debt, right? Now, why did HIMS do this? Well, expansion. They did pay, this loan was to help pay for Eucalyptus, and they're also going to invest heavily in the AI capabilities and fulfillment infrastructure. Now, this is big right here, protection against dilution, the cap calls. HIMS used some of the borrowed money to buy cap calls. This is a complex financial tool. You can think of it as dilution insurance for existing shareholders. So if you are a HIMS shareholder, this is important. The problem, if the stock price skyrockets, right, and the lenders convert their notes into shares, basically they say, hey, instead of the debt that you owe us, right, we're going to just take a bunch of shares. This will create new shares, which dilutes the value of your shares. The cap calls offset this dilution. They effectively raise the price at which the dilution would actually hurt shareholders up to $50 per share. We're not even close to $50, right? Almost double the current price. Now this, I did make this when it was like at 27, but I mean, basically they have insurance. It's an insurance for, all the shareholders. So what does this mean for you as an investor? Now, the price, it slid a little bit, right? But long term, HIMS got a massive pile of cash for free, in a sense, 0% interest, to grow the business. If they use the money wisely to acquire Eucalyptus and improve their tech, the deal could be very positive for the company's future value. We have from here a 52% up to the cap calls, right? From 32 to 50. It's actually a little bit, it feels like it should be more, right? It'd be 18, no, yeah, about 50. Be 16, a little bit, yeah, right around there, because it's almost 33. So it's about 52%, I must have marked it correctly, right? 52% that you have up until it actually starts hurting. If those lenders pull out, they exchange the debt for shares, you still have 52% from here before it even hurts you, right? So really, the business, the executives, HIMS believes that the stock is going to be past this price because they basically bought insurance up to that price. So that's really good. So where's HIMS going to end the year? This is where the little run has been. I think it's going to go through some ups and downs, but I think the peptides is going to do very well. Their next earnings is going to do very well. So I think they could go up to about $60 by the end of this year. That'd be about 73%. I'd say about in between $56 and $60. So 73 to possibly 100%. It could go to $66. So, and that's by the end of this year. Talking about a full 365 days from here, it could be up 150%. It could be up more. I'm not going to make too many predictions yet because I need to see more earnings. But as you can see, it feels like we've hit this bottom, and now we should just keep moving back up. I mean, this was almost IPO price, right? IPO was about 10, but still, 14, 15, 16 bucks. You got a deal. If you bought at that time, you've already doubled up your money. You've doubled up all of your money. So, and even if you think, oh man, I didn't catch that bottom. Look at where the stock was before. It was past 64. It hit 72 before all of this. It hit 70s. So this stock has a long ways to go from here. So, just keep your eyes on it and, do your own research, of course. And thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please give a like and subscribe. I appreciate everyone who does. And that's all I have to say for right now. I've had a crazy long week. I shot multiple weddings and I shot a music event, and I've been just everywhere. Traveled up north, and it's just been a crazy week. So I didn't even do my weekly video. So anyway, this is my video about the HIMS stock, and I hope you do appreciate it, and I hope you do give me a like and subscribe. And Thanks for watching, and never forget to earn it, save it, invest it, buy low, sell high. I want assets, not liabilities, and you can count on compounded interest.